What's up, YouTube? It's the Console Samurai with Grown Ups Gaming, and we got some great news from Xbox yesterday. We've been hearing a lot lately. We've been hearing a lot about Microsoft and their unified Windows platform, where you can stream from your Xbox One over to your Windows 10 PC, and you have cross-buy and cross-platform play between PC and Xbox One. All of this is great. But yesterday, Microsoft came out and said the Xbox One was actually going to get true cross-platform play. Instead of being limited to just PC gamers, Xbox One players are going to be able to play with PS4, PS3, Nintendo, Mac, PC, everything. Xbox One is finally being opened up to gamers of all kinds. You're going to be able to play with everybody. And this is great news. This is also a huge surprise because even with Xbox recently announcing that they were going to do cross-platform between them and PC, Microsoft or Xbox has notoriously been incredibly separated from the rest of the community. For the people watching my channel who are old enough to remember the Cold War, Xbox has been like East Germany for years, where they're like, nope, our gamers can't go out and your gamers can't come in. And now they've torn down the wall. And this is great news for gamers because now this does away with the whole issue of, well, I wanted to get an Xbox One, but my friend's getting a PS4, and there's this one game we both want to play, but can't play together. Now this does away with that. Now games that come out on PS4 and Xbox One and Nintendo and PC and Mac, they're going to be able to play together as long as the developer wants it. It's no longer going to be an Xbox, it's still going to be on the developer. The person who's making the game is still going to make the final decision whether that's going to be a no-go or not. Which I still think it should be the standard that cross-platform play is available, but I understand. It didn't make sense for Xbox to be the ones going, no. And they were. They were the holdout. For all these years, Xbox was the holdout that prevented cross-platform because they didn't want it. A perfect example is Final Fantasy XIV. As I've mentioned before on my channel, when Square Enix decided to scrap the original version of Final Fantasy XIV due to glitches, terrible story, bad mechanics, so on and so on and so on, they decided to relaunch it. And when on the relaunch, they wanted to bring it to consoles. They wanted to bring it to all three consoles. They would bring it to Wii U, PS3, and later PS4, and Xbox 360, later Xbox One. Well, they looked at Nintendo. Nintendo didn't have the power they wanted to be able to do what they wanted, so they were off the table. Then they went to PlayStation. They went to Xbox. Xbox made demands. Xbox said, look, we want our own dedicated servers that you guys maintain, and we don't want it to be accessible to PlayStation or PC gamers. Square Enix said that's not in our plan. If that's what you want, then this meeting's over. And that's how it went. So Xbox didn't get Final Fantasy XIV, but this is very indicative of how they've been, because it's not just that one game. It is how they have been until very, very recently. Xbox has been very much, we don't want to play with you, and we don't want you to play with us at all. We are Xbox, leave us the fuck alone. That is how they've been. And thankfully, they're now turning over a new leaf, which when they first started talking about cross-platform play with PC, I was like, all right, that's pretty cool. That's not a huge surprise. It's still Microsoft. I can kind of understand that. But when it came out yesterday that they were talking about doing this with PS4 and Nintendo and PS3 and Mac, that's awesome. That's great. That's great news for gamers because now we can play as one community. And hopefully this will do away with some of that stupid console war bullshit. But I'm sure it won't. It would be nice, but hell, it won't happen. Now, the first game that this is going to roll out on is Rocket League, which is soccer with cars, basically. But it is going to be interesting to see that Xbox and PlayStation and PC are going to be able to be played together, one community, all on this one game. And this is just the beginning, allegedly. Hopefully it will take off, it'll take root, and it'll be great. But tell me what you think. What do you think about cross-platform play? Do you think that it's actually going to change anything with the gaming community? I mean, I don't personally see any negative to it in any way. You know, I only see positives for the gamers, but I don't see how it would hurt sales for either system or anything like that. It's not going to hurt either community. It's just going to be great, I think. But either way, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Once again, I am the Console Samurai, and I'll see you around.